Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft video. But today's not a survival video because we're doing something different. So I've just been doing a lot of thinking because obviously like in the next few days I'm gonna be quite busy with stuff, and obviously I don't have enough time to record a full on survival video. So I just thought, why not? Why don't we just, well, I'll show you what I'm doing, like project wise, what I've got planned, what I don't have planned. Actually, how can I show you what I don't have planned if I haven't planned it yet? I just got to think about that one before I do that. But anyway, you may recognise this. This is my storage room that I built in the last episode, but it looks a bit more full, and that's because obviously this one's completed model. Now, I built this about 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, within the last 2 weeks. Let's just keep it as that. But yeah, this is what the upstairs is going to look like, pretty much the same as the last, but with a great big C. So you've just walked into C-Dawg storage room. There's a great big C, and if you don't see this one, and then you must be blind because there's another one over here. If you still don't see that one, then I'm booking you into Specsavers, because it's hard to miss. And yeah, as I was saying last time, we've got some fences here, we've got some brown carpet sort of lapping around here, and we've got some jack-o'-lanterns behind there just lighting it up. And I like the storage room. I've built 3 variants of it. I've built a stone brick one, I've built a nether one, and I've built this one. I deleted the world with the stone one on, but I've still got the world with the nether one on. So if you want a tutorial on this, just let me know and I can build it, because it is fairly simple to build. Because obviously I went for the jungle wood because I'm in a jungle, my base is jungle themed, so you don't have to use jungle wood. You can use stone bricks, you can use any block. You can make it match your base, and it's got 360 chests in, and then so that's 360 item frames. And yeah, this is big enough. This is all the items I've got sorted, and this pretty much covers every single item in the game. And this one's gonna be like my ocean when the update aquatic comes out, and I've still got 150 slots, so I've still got like half the slots available. So like future updates, so that's always good. And I fallen straight into lava because I was looking at my phone. I won't do that when driving. What I'll probably do when driving, I'll probably put my phone in the glove compartment or something, put it on vibrate, because then I don't get tempted. What I do on driving lessons, I tend to just put it on silent or vibrate, rather than turning it off, because then obviously, in case of emergency, it's still on, and I can still use it. Whereas if I've got this thing in my phone, it optimizes the apps before I do it, but it's only doing one app, and it takes like 15 minutes. So if I was in a life or death situation, I'd have to literally sit there for 10-15 minutes, just be like, come on phone, turn on. And then by the time I'm actually on, I've suffered from my wounds. But yeah, moving on over here is my witch farm, which you guys know I've built, but I've sort of got rid of the chest here. You still got a hopper, and there's a hopper underneath there, but obviously the slabs can take items can be drawn in from the slab, from the hopper. So in here I've sort of got all the goodies. All the goodies are going in here. So now I've just got just a little storage system, because I can now officially AFK down here for hours upon hours and just get stuff done. And then there's nothing really new up there. No, that's staying the same. I have got projects that I haven't quite done yet, but I do want to do. Like, I want to build a blaze farm, I want to build a nether hub so I can get to my portals easier. I want to build a ghast farm, gold farm, wither skeleton farm, but the problem is I don't have, I do have an nether, but when I expand my world to medium, I also want to reset the nether, because then I sort of get all I sort of remove all these blocks I've placed, which means I've then got like a blank canvas. Meaning, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take all my portals, I'm going to take them above this, and then I'm just going to build my portal, like my nether hub, in sort of near the roof of the nether. Not right at the top, but near enough the top that no, you can't access it from down here. And I have like one little service hatch thing that maybe opens up to into the fortress itself, because then I'm here, and then I can build like a staircase coming down, and just create maybe bridges or something like that to different parts of my base, like my gold farm and stuff like that, just different tunnels. So, because I do want to build a nether hub, not like a hub, no, never, sort of like a nether hub, but just links up the portals like tunnels, so it sort of is a nether hub. And that is going to be a big project, but I'm willing to take that on. It won't be straight away, because obviously it will take about a week of planning. And yeah, as you see, I've got like portals at my spawn area project. That's my spawn area project portal. Then I've got one at my slime farm. I've literally got portals going everywhere. So I need to obviously indicate them, so I decorate it all according to what it'd be like. Yeah, let's move over to my base, because there's probably as you see, you might recognise this room. This is where my storage room, my current storage room is, but I've just sort of brought the walls forward. So behind here would be, this would be where the other wall would be. So let's just get rid of that. So I've sort of brought the walls forward, and I've got a big nether portal here. And then through here, it's still the same, but I've removed the bulk storage system, and I've placed in sort of animal farms for myself, and obviously I'll probably rearrange it, like put the rabbits there, just so it's like symmetry, because then that one's in the middle. And pretty much this was the total area of the farms, like the bulk storage system. Don't know why I said farms, but yeah, the bulk storage system sort of took up all this space to here. It went a little bit higher, but I sort of brought it down because I didn't need that much room. As I was sorry about, I had to fill in some basic human needs in terms of drinks and other likely candidates for stuff like this. And where's this bed go? Where did this bed go? I actually do not know. So I'm going to have to put that there, and then there we go. I know it's my creative version, but still. Yeah, I haven't actually shown this off. If you don't know what's in here, I've probably just got like my swords, my elytras, bows, armour, and this shulker box, which consists of all this stuff, and like just, yeah. But this is not. That's only for if I die, I lose all my items. That's just like a last resort. But yeah, I've got all this. Obviously, I'm not doing a world tour, so I won't show off anything else in there. And why is there parrots in the water? I mean, they're not mine. And the other day, I was fixing up my furnace system, and one of the furnaces wasn't working. So I was wondering why. I saw an ink sac in the thing in here. A squid had actually died, and this being obviously, a squid had died because obviously this area is not water, so it just swam in, fell down and died. But it must have fell into the point where it sort of caught itself on here. And obviously the item drop, this ink sac, fell into the system, but because they can't go into furnaces because they're not a smeltable item, they just fell. Well, didn't fall. Well, how did it fall? Out of a circuit. Well, hopper. So yeah, it just stuck in there. Obviously no items could get through because the ink sac was there. Like, it was just there. And oh dear, I just put my map in there, but luckily it doesn't do anything. But yeah, and this cartographer here, I'll show you where he was. I will fly over to where he was, because if you don't know, my villagers are over here. And if on this one, Dilsey hasn't built his thing. That was just a pure survival thing. But yeah, there was a village just here. No, nothing spectacular, just a basic village, like a well and 2 houses, but all the villagers had died. Now, somehow, the cartographer that was here had walked from this point all the way over here. And when I was doing my Woodland Mansion project, like, you know, terraforming all this, he was just getting in the way. So I sort of kept in here. Then when I finished, I took him back. A month later, I'm building my base, sort of like, not my base, but you know, sort of terraforming the furnace area, sort of doing some work around here. And he must have swam all around this, just swam all this, and he was just standing right here. And he must have just swum and landed in the boat, because I didn't put him in there. So he's literally swum from one end of the world to the other. Because if you look on the map, where the Woodland Mansion is, we're sort of in the middle, sort of middle right, and we're sort of in the middle, top middle left, and that's sort of like middle right sort of thing. But the actual farm itself, not farm, village, is sort of just below that. It's sort of like where the snow and stone. There we go. Bit of a tongue twister. Snow and stone. Okay, I give up already. But yeah, that's where he came from. And we've got some other bases as well. Not bases, but other projects like that aquarium. If you notice, I've got that big pile of water in my base, like behind some glass. I built an aquarium for like the next update, thinking, it'll be like 2 to 4 weeks. 8 weeks later, it still hasn't come out, but it's said to come out in the next few weeks, hopefully. So my prediction's about 4 to 6 at the most. 4 at the least, 6 at the most. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to have where the sea lanterns are, I'm going to have sea pickles. Where this concrete is, I'm going to have obviously coral of the corresponding colour. And I built these all myself, by the way. I didn't get a tutorial or anything. I just built this, terraformed it all myself, and then obviously lighting I done myself. And in fact, this room is I just built myself. I didn't have any assistance or anything. I just prefer to, I don't know why, like most of the time I prefer to play single player. Oh, I don't know where I am. Okay, I don't actually know where I broke. That's the thing about glass, you can't actually see it through the water. I mean, you don't know where you've broken. But yeah, have I got any other projects I need to work on or have in the future? Yes, I do, yeah. I've got a drowned farm over here, which I'll quickly take you over. I've also got a tree farm, and I've just built a tree farm. I've also got this as well. I'll get onto this much later. But I've got I need to go through to the nether for it, but yeah, that's someone else's base there. I need to do some work on that. I mean, they're building it themselves, but no, I'm just gonna help them on for a few months. I'm just gonna get on with work there. But I won't do it I'll do it off camera in my own time, because obviously it's not to do with me, so. Okay, what's this? Okay, this is the ladder going out to my end, which I still haven't filled in. That's stuff I need to get done. Where did I put this? Where did I put this skeleton grinder? There's a skeleton grinder right near my end portal, and if my end portal is here, it means it must be over here somewhere. Somewhere around here. I'll try find it, because I don't have a portal down now. I literally just flew out and just like, oh, okay. I'm pretty sure it's 83 or something. Like 83, and then here it is. Yeah, I'll probably put a beacon down. But yeah, this is the start of the tree farm area. I'll show you the main tree farm in a little while, but it's just not. It's on a different world. So yeah, this is. I'm basically going for the basic spawner, and then they sort of come down here, and then instead of flowing off into like a tube there, I'm taking it off to the right, and then I'm going to use the soul sand water elevator to sort of lift them up. And then, I apologise for the lighting, forgot about the darkness up here. There we go. So yeah, they come up here, and then they sort of make the way around here, and then they fall to the point where they're one hit kill. And the carpet just allows me to get the XP, because then I can use this as not only as, you know, a mob grinder for the bone meal, but also as an XP farm. So I can sort of repair my tools whilst I'm gathering up bones. But yeah, this is going to be bones, this is going to be arrows, because this skeleton farm is going to go directly off to my tree farm, because then, you know, the bone meal comes naturally. It's obviously have to craft it, but I can just do it from my hand crafting menu. You can just plop it in and out comes bone meal. So that's nice and simple. Obviously the torches will be gone, but I've not built this on my survival yet. This is my latest project, which I'm yet to work on, but obviously I do need to work on this because I'm planning on building this after my storage room. So as soon as I've nearly done that, that'll probably be done on Thursday, because I was going to do it Tuesday. Like, it's currently Saturday. I was going to do it Tuesday, but obviously I don't want to do too much, because like when this releases, the day this releases, I will officially be 18. So as you're watching this, I will be 18. And I've just had a drink, my throat's going dry. Okay, I'm back. Hopefully I won't do it this time. I mean, that was like comedy right there, obviously, just comedy. There we go. That's how you explain it. Yeah, I'll come back on here and I'll sort of put a beacon in. You know what? I'll put a beacon in right now. Beacon. Let's make it a red beacon. But I also have to like put glass on my beacons, because then I know exactly where it is. Because if I just do a white beacon, I can't see it. Well, you can see it, but it's a bit harder to see, because obviously you can't see it as much because it's light outside. And yeah, and I just got another message, but that's gonna have to wait. Okay, I just got a friend request on Facebook. I'll reply to that. You know what, I'll reply to that right now, because I know who it is, sort of. I mean, I know them sort of through Dilsey, but I've never met them. But I know all his friends. It's quite funny, like when I fell out with some of my friends in school, because obviously you do sometimes have them fallouts. Like, I literally had no friends to go to pretty much. So yeah, I was sort of like the one who had to find his own way around. So you know, I decided to hang out with Dilsey, you know, because, well, not all the time, because obviously he had friends, but I just decided to hang out with him, like some other friends I had, because I literally at this point had no one. I think this was year 10. Yeah, this was year 10. And it's funny how we made up. I mean, we made up because this kid that me and my friend both hated. Oh, that was like, we're not hated, but you know, he just got on our nerves. So you can sort of say we detested him, if you like. I mean, yeah, he wasn't the nicest person. Let's just leave it as that. Like, I'm sure, you know, a couple years down the line he'll be fine, okay. But this one kid, I say kid, he was the same age as me. He was like he just kept getting on my nerves. And back then my temper was not very good. Like, I had a very short temper. If you ask anyone I know, Dilsey included, what my temper was like, they could have a field day telling you stories about what I could do. Most of them not good. And obviously some of the things I do regret, but you know, some of them I don't. Because obviously the other person just, I know it's not right to talk like that, but they just got on my nerves so much. They put so much pain on people that, you know, someone had to step up and do something, and I just turned out to be that person. So yeah, they'd have a field day. But pretty much, I'll get into that story another day. yeah, so this, you probably wonder what this is. This is my creeper farm. I've sort of updated it, so you know, obviously it's going to use new water mechanics. It's gonna come up here, and this is where it starts to get tricky because okay, let's get the required blocks out because we're gonna need a lot of blocks to fill it in here. So yeah, I've got one water elevator come up here, and then it joins up here, and then it goes up here. So I'm hoping that works, because if it does, then I'll be chuffed. I'll be chuffed to bits. But obviously, if not, then I have to find some other means of transporting them up, because this goes up here, and then it comes up here, and then they sort of travel around here, and then they fall down there to the point where they're one hit kill, and then I can slay the creepers. And they just fall down. And I get the gunpowder, and then I can make loads of rockets, and yeah. Okay, now let's talk about other future projects, because I have got loads that I've got a gut. I want to do some automatic farms, like just some fully automatic farms, but semi-automatic wheat farms and that, because they're just so much easier, and villagers can be unreliable sometimes, like they can just despawn or they just die or something like that. But yeah, if I know what this is, I was looking on YouTube the other day and just looking at Guardian farm designs for 1.13, because obviously I wanted one that worked in this next update, so I can like sort of plan one myself and sort of build it in preparation for that. And I came across one by Cubfan135, and it pretty much uses the soul sand, and yeah, pretty much uses the new water mechanics of soul sand, shooting them up, and then there's like water streams up here with fences, and you sort of channel them out. Okay, so I just had to obviously also my throat, which is dying on me, not literally, but you know, I was just coughing and coughing. But yeah, this is not badly. I just got a dry throat because I've been talking, because I made a GTA video straight before this one, so I just went like GTA Minecraft. I literally just quit the game, loaded this up and started. So I have not had like a break or anything. But yeah, this is, what's I saying, creeper farm, guardian farm. So that they go on a little tube down here, and then they sort of go down there, and you can sort of kill them off and get their looty, the pirate looty. I don't know what that was. But anyway, let's pop over to the drowned farm, because yeah, I think that's the last thing I need to show off before the tree farm, because obviously that's all I've got to do really. So yeah, I'll go over to my drowned farm. Okay, so we're now at the drowned farm, just approaching it, and here we are. I know what you're thinking, so many lights, and you are completely 100% correct. I'll probably keep all the lights, to be honest, because I think it's pretty cool. But yeah, when I was building this, obviously I just built the basic design water elevator up here, but what I didn't take in mind was that I wanted to build the room. But what did I do? I built the room first, then the water elevator. So what happens then? Oh yeah, it's either I move the room, or yeah. Problem is, this spawner, if I go any further that way, or 5 blocks further that way, it'll be cut off. So that's the reason why I haven't built this yet, because I've got some redstone that I sort of need to keep in distance of the world. Don't know how that, I keep saying things that don't make sense. Like, I should just enter a game show or something. I'm literally like so dim-witted. I should enter Love Island or something. Because I mean, what better way to spend 8 weeks sitting in bloomin' underwear, pretty much, and sleeping with every living thing in the household. And that's pretty much what Love Island is, in my opinion. Like, if I wanted stuff like that, I've just gone on an 18+ website. Better storyline, more interesting. But I know that's enough, you know. That's enough. C-Dawg opinionating himself. onto other things, if that's even a word, opinionating. Hopefully it is, otherwise I'm just talking gibberish, but yeah. So if I flick up this switch, yeah, this switch sort of does the lights. So if I flick it up, mobs will be able to spawn. If I take this night vision off, because that just saves a whole lot of time. As you can see, it's for some weird reason it's like some lighting glitch in there. So I'm going to have to sort of figure out what on earth that is. If I go here, as you can see, none of these lights are on. Like, look, I don't know what it is. I think it's just like a basic lighting glitch, to be honest. I think like this and this, it just isn't updating properly. I think that's all it is. So hopefully that gets fixed, because obviously for mob farms that could be quite game breaking. But yeah, it's completely pitch black. The only light is sort of like here and here, but obviously that's from the sea lanterns. And yes, the zombies will come through here, and luckily they'll, because they're in water constantly, sort of, they might turn to drowns in this time, but I don't think they will. I think they'll just turn to drowns when they're here, and I'm going to have sort of a slab here, because obviously the water resets their full. I mean, I've got to kill them all naturally, and it's all just very long-winded, really. So I'm going to turn them lights on, because I do like me some lights. Pretty, there we go. And yeah, that's it, I suppose. I mean, other than building animal houses for my dogs, my cats, my parrots, and my polar bear, which is still in the house, which I'll show off in the future. Yes, I've got a polar bear in a house. That's normal. I'm going to show you my tree farm, so I'll get that word loaded up and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so here is the tree farm. It's not quite, obviously it's not in this full 100% completion, because there will be a roof here, but this is pretty much what it's going to look like. It's going to have a chest for saplings, chest for bone meal, but these are all automatic, so the saplings will come into here. And yeah, that's from one harvest. From one harvest I got roughly 9 stacks, and if I'm lucky I might have some bone meal in the system. No, I don't. So pretty much what I do, if I get myself 2 oak saplings and sort of a stack of bone meal. Actually, we need more bone meal than that. You know what? I'll get it all sorted out. I'll turn my volume down, because this will be clicking all the time. And yeah, I'll just show it off. Okay, there we go. Now I've sorted it all out. I'm in survival. And pretty much what would happen is, once I put bone meal in this chest, a hopper would take it all the way around and put it in this dispenser here. And it is firing right now, but obviously there's nothing in front of it, so it doesn't use up the bone meal. If I were to put saplings in this chest, however, it would take them down underground and sort of put them in an item elevator, and right underneath here is the elevator. And the best thing is, I've got 2 saplings, and the reason for that is, like, when I place one down, yeah, I've turned all the sound off. As you can see, I've made it so it shoots a sapling up, but I've got 2, because obviously there is quite a little bit of delay in there. So what you can do, you can just sit here, let it grow, and you can just sort of do this, and yeah, like all the tree farms I've seen, I haven't had that feature. Well, some of them I've done, but not like that. Okay, so I've just turned all the farm off, turned all my sounds up, and it's just a basic tree farm made by FedEx Gaming, but I've sort of adjusted it, if you like. And why is that not moved? Maybe when I tested this it was all working. Maybe there's something in the way. I don't know. Oh, I will fix it. I don't know what the issue is here. Let's just pretend this works, shall we? Ah, I see. There's leaves in the way. And for some odd reason this entire row hasn't been working. That's weird. I mean, I built this literally days ago. I should think about a week ago. Yeah, I built this about a week ago. And yeah, I mean, it's a good little system. Pretty much, you won't see any of this redstone. So over here, this purple circuit is the bone meal. So it goes in the chest. It's just, we won't put anything in there in a minute, but yeah, it'll be taken out. And then it'll be put up by one, but obviously I had to use a dropper for that because you can't point hoppers upwards. If you could, that would be pretty cool. Yeah, it's all got like an auto fire here, so once an item goes in here, it should fire. I've got a hopper line, it's all going straight in here, and there's a dispenser right there, and then sort of this line is sort of where the it's sort of the sapling one. So the moment so as soon as this observer block detects something, it sort of powers this. It obviously powers this observer, which because it's got, well, it powers this block, which powers this redstone, which obviously causes a chain reaction going downwards. But at the same time, I've made it so it comes off here, and just for just a brief second, I've got it, because I've got 2 ticks here, it sort of delays it, and then sort of makes it a bit longer, just enough time for me to put this little circuit in, which, like, pretty much these 2 hoppers are locked right now. I've got some saplings in there, and I've got some in, like, a hopper underneath it, and for some odd reason it's not quite working as well as it should be. But yeah, I've got, if you have one of these on this one on the right on 1 ticks, one of these on 2 ticks, this will allow just one single item through. It'll just let one item through, and then this one will stop any others from coming through. So it's sort of like a barrier, if you were. So this one's just a barrier, then this one's like the main circuit, stopping other things from going into this elevator. And obviously every time the tree grows, it gets pushed along. Then every time it gets pushed along, but a couple seconds later, I get another sapling come through, and then as soon as the other tree grows, it plants, and it's just a never-ending circuit, really. And over here, I was just testing out, you know, the heights of the trees where they'd grow. And obviously, spruce does have the most, in terms of restrictions, it's got the most restrictions, because it has to be, they can only be, this is like the minimal height. So obviously all these trees, they had to grow at minimal height, and yes, I broke these leaves. But yeah, this, enough of the tree farm itself. I've still got this corridor here. Now this part of the corridor is going to lead to that skeleton farm that I mentioned earlier, but obviously we don't have spawners in this game, so it'd be a bit difficult to do that. But then over here we have got the harvesting area where sort of obviously all the trees come. I sort of break them, and yeah, sort of it comes up to here, and I've made it so you can just walk around completely. You just got like a 1 block barrier all the way around, and you can get roughly 9 stacks from this, like per, like, if they're to grow at maximum, roughly 9 stacks per harvest, which is actually really good. The only thing I can't stop is trees and saplings and, well, trees spreading their leaves to here. But I do want to try and figure out a fix for that. But yeah, that on the other hand, I'm not even going to go into. Like, pretty much I was going to do like some stone structures, like massive structures myself. I still want to do that project, but I definitely need to change this. This is looking terrible. And this one's of Dilsey skin. It doesn't look half bad, but this one on the other hand looks absolutely dreadful. Like, if you just look at that, just look at the comparisons, just look at that. This is, on the right is me. It's just like, on the right hand side you'll crush, and then the one, okay, let's do this one. On the right you'll crush, on the left you. That's pretty much what it's like. I'm the... That's the derpy one. Like, absolutely derpy. I don't even... This took me like an hour to make. And I looked at it and I just laughed. I just laughed. It was the loudest laugh I've ever had in my entire life. That one was like, that looks good. This one, I just could not stop laughing. I sensed that everybody I knew that plays Minecraft, so mainly DLZ. And he just shook his head in shame. It was so sad. But yeah, that's all I've got time for, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave it a big thumbs up and I'll see you all next time. See ya! And on a final note, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to me, happy birthday to C-Dawg, happy birthday to me. I owe you a drink. Ah, thanks future C-Dawg, past C-Dawg, I don't know, ah, how cute. Maybe you can buy me one in the future. C-Dawg, yeah, I'll do that. I honestly don't know what I'm doing now, I'm just pressing stop and pressing start again, I don't actually know. But anyway, yeah. See ya.